All right, guys, this is a pretty slow moving horse. Sometimes you want a fast horse. Sometimes you want to memorize fast. This is my 6 tips on how to memorize fast. Tip number 1, organize your data. In other words, before you start memorizing it, make sure you have it all written out. Make sure you have it in an outline. Anytime before I memorize something, I make sure it's all clearly written out and organized on paper. So writing stuff down is actually part of the memory process, not because it's helping you memorize, but because it's helping you organize the data. Step number 1, organize the data. Step number 2 is to build a memory palace. I'm the biggest fan of memory palaces. If you don't know what a memory palace is, click the link down below. I have another YouTube video with a great explanation on that. But basically, a memory palace is a room that you've memorized a map of, and then you take whatever you want to remember and you visualize it on a map of that room. Watch the memory palace video down below, watch that link, and you'll understand how to do it. And on this idea of building a memory palace, people always say, I don't want to waste the time to build the memory palace. I just want to get in there and memorize. I just want to start. What I would say to you is this. If you and I were going to have a wood chopping contest, who could chop the most wood, I would spend my first hour sharpening my axe to get it really, really sharp. Because when I chop wood, I could move a lot faster. Your memory palace is the same way. You should spend your first hour building your memory palace, and then your memorization will go a lot faster. Also, once you have your memory palace built, you can use it for future projects, and you don't have to spend all that time sharpening your axe. But that is step number 2, to build a memory palace, a place where you can store the data. Number 3, my next tip is go faster than you think is possible. When I was trying to memorize a deck of cards really fast in 2009, I emailed the world champion, Ben Pridmore, and I said, Ben, how do I go faster at memorization? His advice changed my memory life. He said, Ron, go faster than you think is possible. Most people go slow to make sure that they have the information, but really we can go a lot faster than we think we can. Go faster than you think is possible. Memorize and going faster. Remember, you can always go back, but go fast and go faster than you think is possible. You're going to be surprised at how much you remember. Tip number 4 is after you memorize once or twice and look at the information. But here's the most effective way to review. When you review and you're going over it, go over it once, go over it twice, but that third time, don't look at the material. When you're reviewing, instead, make your brain try to remember what was that point, what was that point, what was that point, what was that point, and then if you get stuck and you can't remember it, then look down and see what it is. That is a much more effective way to review than just looking something over and over. Why is it more effective? Because it engages your brain, it engages your memory. That active engagement is going to help you memorize faster than if you just looked at the information over 10 times. Look it over 2 or 3 times, put it on your memory palace, then put the information away, see how much you can recall, and then look on your paper for the ones you can't recall. Tip number 5, go back in and fill the blanks. Which ones were you having trouble memorizing? Which ones were you having trouble remembering? Go back and make those images stronger, make those connections stronger, and focus on the ones you don't know. Step number 6, one last time. Put the paper away and review it. See how many that you can remember in the correct sequence using your mind palace. And if you miss any, then just go back to step 5 and make those images stronger. Then go back to step 6 and review without looking at the paper. This is really the best way to get memorizing faster. Number 1, organize your data. Write out a map, write out an outline. Number 2, create a memory palace or a mind palace. And the link on how to do that is down below. Tip number 3, go faster than you think is possible. Tip number 4, review, but review by thinking about it without looking at the information. Tip number 5, fill in the blanks. Go back and concentrate on the ones you missed. And then tip number 6, Review again without looking at it. If you do these 6 steps, I believe you will memorize faster. I will never get this horse to go faster, but you can memorize faster. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment below with some tips on how you could memorize faster. And if you want to learn more memory training, I have a full course, Black Belt Memory, and I have a free gift I'd love to give you. Just click the link below and get my free gift. It's a PDF file on how to memorize, and it's an introduction to my larger course, Black Belt Memory course. I'd love a thumbs up and I'd love a comment. I'll see you on the next video.